I'm Dave Scott for S Fuels, and I'm standing in my backyard. There's snow around me, but the sun is out. It's a glorious day. And I want to just talk about how you would transition from a high carbohydrate diet to a low carbohydrate, high healthy fat diet, and recognize that that just doesn't happen on race day where you think, gee, I just need some magic bullet that's going to make me feel great on race day. I'm going to go real fast if I eat this food. You cannot do that. And I think one of the premises of working with S Fuels is that it is a lifestyle choice. And throughout a series of videos over this next year, we're going to talk about the transitionary phases that you're going to be going through, why you want to do it, what are the metabolic advantages of doing it, and how you can train and recover and perform and feel healthier as you age. So lots to cover, but on this one I just want to talk about low carb, high fat, and also nutritional ketosis. When people talk about low carb, this is around 20% of your total calories in carbohydrates. And so your body is starting to shift from glucose, sugar, carbohydrates, to now oxidizing fats at a higher rate, so around 20%. When we look at people that talk about producing ketone bodies or in nutritional ketosis, that's even less, and I'll tell you the difference why in just a sec. So when we go to nutritional ketosis, we're producing these liver-based water-soluble compounds called ketones, and they allow you to burn fuel. They oxidize fats at a really high rate, just like a low carb, but they also provide brain fueling. And on a low carb, that does not provide the brain fueling that you get from the ketone body. So this is one big difference. We're not reliant on glucose with either one, even though we are taking in carbohydrates on both diets. And I think this is a really important point, is that if you go to low carb, 20%, if you go to nutritional ketosis, around 8 to 10% of your total calories in healthy carbohydrates, we are still oxidizing fats. And when we do that, we reduce a lot of the inflammation that we have in our body. Inflammation comes in lots of different forms. When people think of arthritis, bursitis, colitis, all the itis is on the end are inflammation, but we have systemic inflammation as a result of an excessive amount of carbohydrates. And where we first see this is in the gut. And a lot of you on race day can relate to this, where you're carbohydrate dependent. You're not oxidizing fats because you're on a high carbohydrate diet. A lot of times we have this GI distress, and that affects your brain as well. So in this transition, we talk about a lifestyle change. It's making choices before race day and allowing your body to adapt to a low carb, high fat, or a ketogenic diet. And the initial adaptation is fairly quick. It can take within about 2 weeks on the very early side, up to about 5 weeks, total transition where we get muscle and liver glycogen resynthesis, and I'll talk about this later, takes several months. But we can start oxidizing fats via fatty acids or ketone bodies almost right away, and you will feel better. So come join me. I'm going to talk about the transitionary phases of carbohydrates, fats, protein in this next video, and I'll give you some specifics that you can look at to really start modulating your dietary intake.